Hey, welcome back to Danford Golf. Today we're going to cover the grip. I'm going to give you 3 ways on how you can check your grip, because most of the time we don't know why we grip a club a certain way, or maybe what our fault is in our grip. So this is going to be a very simple way for you to have 3 different types of chances for you to check your grip to make sure that it's best for your game, or maybe that you want to modify a certain ball flight or a fault that you have in your golf swing. If you're new to our videos, make sure you subscribe. If you enjoy our content, give us a thumbs up, and if you want to see future videos, hit that little bell button and you'll see all the future notifications of the videos that we have coming out. Before we begin, we're going to talk about what a neutral grip is, because we should all know at least what a neutral grip should look like. So if you are a right-handed golfer, it's opposite for left-handed golfers. We want to see a V between your thumb and your pointer finger, and it should go to your right shoulder. Okay, and then we should see a V again, thumb, pointer finger should go up the forearm to the shoulder. So both of those V's should go right to that shoulder. A simple way that you can check that, I don't think I need to do that right now. Now that you know what a neutral grip is, this is the first way that you can check it. So step 1, take your neutral grip, kind of hold it at your elbow like that when you grip it, and then if you just extend it out, it pretty much stays the same. Doesn't move a whole lot. Okay. If you take a strong grip, you do the same thing. You extend that arm out and see how the face closes down on you. And then if you take a weak grip, you do the same thing. All right, it opens up on you. The reason that I have you extend it out to check it, because at impact, it's usually extended, all right? That's why we do it that way. All right, so now you know what open, closed, and neutral grip looks like by doing it that way. All right, the next way that you can do it is I'll take that neutral grip. I'm gonna hold my left wrist flat, all right, and the club will match my left forearm when it's neutral. Now, if I have a strong grip, all right, and I make that wrist flat, all right, you can see how closed it becomes, all right, and then the weak grip, and I make it flat, how open it becomes. The reason you would check it using this way is because that left wrist should match the club face at the top of your backswing. So if you take it to the top, the left wrist and the club face should match one another. If you have a really strong grip and you take it to the top and that left wrist is flat, you can see how closed it becomes. And if you have a very weak grip and you take it to the top, you can see how open it becomes. All right. So the first way really checks your grip. Second way checks to make sure that it matches the left hand. Left hand is the most important club, in my opinion, because the left hand controls the club face. And if you haven't heard me say it before, with your irons, about 70-75% of where the ball finishes is due to the club face. Drivers around 80 to 85. Okay, so you can have kind of a goofy swing, but if you have a good grip, good control of the club face, you can hit the ball straight. Now the third way to check your grip, it's just pretty simple. You're just gonna, I'll take a really strong grip, right? So that means left hand is turned over, right hand is underneath, and I just extend it out, and you can see how closed that face becomes, right? You can do the same thing with the weak grip. Weak grip is hands over to the side, right hand's on top, extend it out, it opens up. Okay, it's kind of similar to the first one, but that's another way that you can do it. Now, the right hand on the golf club, how important is it? This is the simplest way for me to help you with that. Okay, so let's say I have a neutral grip with my right hand, right, and my right arm is underneath, right hand's underneath, right? I can turn the club over quite a bit. Okay, if it's super weak on top, I can't turn the club over a whole lot. If it's neutral, I can turn it over just enough. Okay, so if you're somebody who struggles with a slice, you'll probably want to be more of the stronger grip, maybe right hand underneath a little bit, so you can close that face a little bit more. Or if you're somebody who struggles with a hook, you might do the exact opposite. Okay, so the right hand does play a role. It's just not as important as the left hand. Okay, so when you put it on the club, you can think about it, but it doesn't have to be that crazy of a thought. Okay, big thing that we all need to know is we grip it in the fingertips. If you didn't know that before, fingertips, so you're really feeling like you're holding on to a ledge when you grip it. It should really be almost like you're pinching it here in your fingers. You do not grip it in your palms. Palms is good for putting, but it's a huge power loss, and you can't control the club face as well if you grip it in your palms. So get it in those fingertips more than you think possible. The more in the fingertips, the better off you're going to be. Okay, and then when it comes to how you grip the club, you can see that I overlap. Majority of tour players are overlappers. Interlockers are like Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus. I think Tiger did it because he wanted to be like Jack. And then you have an occasional 10 finger. There's not very many of those out there. The reason that there is an overlap or an interlock is because we want the club or the hands to feel like they're one piece on the club. All right, that way they can interact with each other, help us square the face up, better contact. If you're out there gripping it and you kind of have some space between your fingers, your hands are going to become super active, probably overactive, and it's going to be hard for you to have good contact and keep your ball on line like you want it to. All right. So you can take all those simple ideas into effect, play with them, figure them out, and I hope this helps you simplify your grip, help you play better.